drills, and heavy footsteps, seemed softer today, almost as if the air itself was holding its breath. A faint early sunlight glow spread across the sand, glimmering as if some unseen tension was waiting to unfold. At the far end of the training field, 3 new recruits walked with overconfidence, shoulders stiff, chests out, and voices unnecessarily loud. They had arrived only 2 days ago, but behaved as if they had already earned a place among the elite. The first was Dane, tall, arrogant, and carrying himself like the world owed him respect. Second was Rios, sharp-tongued, restless, and always seconds away from picking a fight. The third, Carson, was the biggest of them, strong, bulky, but as mentally undisciplined as a wild bull. They were new, proud, and deeply unaware of where they truly stood. At the opposite end of the field, a woman stood by herself. Medium height, balanced build, strong, but not bulky. She carried a stillness in her posture that didn't demand attention, it attracted it. Her eyes didn't scan people, they read them. Her hair was tied back neatly, her uniform perfectly fitted, her stance neutral yet unshakable. Her name was Ella Craig. To most on the base, she was the new instructor. But the reality was much heavier. Ella was one of the few women ever to operate within classified SEAL operations, missions so deep in the shadows that even official records avoided naming them. But the new recruits did not know this. Not yet. Dane glanced at her, smirked, and nudged the others. Look at that, they sent her to train us. Rios laughed under his breath. Bro, maybe she teaches typing or paperwork. Carson folded his arms. Someone must have messed up assigning instructors today. Their voices grew louder as they approached. Ella didn't react. She simply shifted her gaze toward them, calm and unaffected. Dane spoke first, circling her like a predator showing off. So, instructor, got any special tips for us? Rios added mockingly, or are you just here to watch? SEAL training isn't exactly a hobby. Carson leaned in with a grin. Are you even a SEAL? Seriously. Ella remained perfectly calm. I'm here to do my job. You should focus on yours. That only encouraged them further. Dane stepped closer, confidence swelling. We just want to understand how someone like you ends up here. Rios smirked. Maybe you wandered into the wrong building. Carson chuckled. Or someone gave you a good recommendation. Ella took a slow breath. You don't know where you are. Or who you're talking to. Rios tilted his head. Then tell us. Ella turned as if to walk away. But the 3 recruits moved in front of her, blocking her path. Dane spoke sharply. We're not moving till you answer. Yeah, Rios added, unless you want us to find out ourselves. Carson cracked his knuckles. Should be easy. A heavy silence followed. Ella looked at them, steady, silent, measuring. Then she spoke, just 4 calm words. Remember who I am. They exchanged glances. Dane laughed. Oh, trying to scare us. That was the moment, the split second before everything changed. Because the next 35 seconds would rewrite everything they thought they knew. Dane moved first, swift, confident, reaching for Ella's wrist as if to push her aside. His hand never landed. 0.3 seconds. Ella turned sharply, blocked his arm, twisted his elbow, and Dane dropped to his knees with a choked breath. 0.8 seconds. Rios lunged forward, but before his foot even planted, Ella read the angle, swept his leg, and dropped him flat on the ground. He didn't even understand how he fell. 1.6 seconds. Carson growled and charged, relying on brute force. Ella didn't resist. She redirected his weight with surgical precision, and the giant crumbled backward. 3 seconds. All 3 were on the ground. Ella stepped back, her breathing steady, her expression unchanged, like she had just adjusted her stance, not taken down 3 trained men. Dane's pride boiled over. He pushed himself up and attacked with full force. 6 seconds. Ella shifted her weight, caught his arm, rotated, and Dane's body slammed the ground with a thud that silenced everything inside him. Rios stumbled up next, shouting something incoherent. Ella intercepted him mid-stride, pivoted, and pressed him down like he weighed nothing. Fear replaced the arrogance in his eyes. 10 seconds. Carson took a step back. Is she even human? Ella didn't answer. He hesitated but attempted one more attack. Ella didn't strike. She only sidestepped, letting his momentum punish him instead. He collapsed face first into the dirt. 23 seconds. Dane tried to speak, voice trembling. Wait. We were just joking. Ella stepped closer. Not threatening, just present. The kind of presence that made the air heavier. There are no jokes in SEAL training. 27 seconds. Their faces drained of color. Ella crouched slightly and spoke softly, yet powerfully. The tone of someone who had earned her authority in the darkest corners of the world. You can't read my missions in any file. You can't imagine the places I've been. And you stopped me here, thinking I was weak. She stood up straight. 35 seconds. And in that final second, they understood. She wasn't just an instructor. She was a SEAL. A real one. The kind people spoke about in rumors but never met in person. Ella folded her arms. Now get up. You three have a lot to learn. Other instructors arrived moments later. They saw the scene. 3 recruits sitting on the ground, stunned, and Ella standing calmly like nothing unusual had happened. The head instructor smiled knowingly. Welcome to SEAL training. This is Instructor Craig. The recruits looked from him to Ella, and everything inside them changed. Pride replaced by respect, arrogance replaced by awareness. In the following weeks, those same 3 recruits became the most disciplined trainees on the entire base. They arrived the earliest. They trained the hardest. They listened more than they spoke. And anytime a new recruit questioned Ella's capabilities, the trio said the same sentence. It only takes 35 seconds to understand who she is. One night, gathered near the fire pit after an exhausting day, Rios spoke quietly. She told us that day, remember who I am. Dane nodded. And we learned. Carson stared into the flames. She's going to turn us into real SEALs. I know it. From a distance, Ella watched them. She could see the transformation taking place. They had finally learned the first lesson of being a SEAL. To become powerful, you must first break your ego. To become disciplined, you must first face your fear. To become strong, you must accept your weakness. They were on that path now. Ella whispered to herself, give them time, they'll become something great. And they did, because of one woman, one SEAL whose strength didn't need shouting, titles, or praise. Only one sentence.